Hello. We're back again. This time, we are on time, which is pretty awesome. Shout out to the people who are here already. Shutterbug, Cassie, Mischievous Turtle, you guys are the real ones. I can hear myself. I always forget to mute the stream. But yeah, cool. So, I'm sure you guys are aware. It's time to the streamer. We will be building. Ironically enough, given my entire mascot, we will be for the first time delving into the world of Lego Batman. Hello Lee, it's been a little bit. Hello No, hello Lesbian Caco Demon. We got people coming in, this is great. But yeah, like, I have the Lego Tumbler, the new one, because it comes with the Joker baby and Two-Face is the main reason I wanted to get this set, other than just having a little tumbler. But yeah, I'm glad we've got some people coming in, so there is no need for further dilly and dally. Where are we? Hand cam. I'm trying my best to see what I can do with this setup to make it work. Not sure how we're going. The Tumbler, does it come with blue hair and pronouns? If it did, I think I would enjoy the Nolan Batman movies a lot more. Also, shout out to Harper Row, Bat Family character with blue hair and pronouns. Oh god, Miku. But yeah, I'm hoping at some point that we can get a permanent setup that makes these streams work. It's just a bit tricky at the moment, just because my room is so teeny, but yeah, I'm trying different angles. We're experimenting. But yeah, you can't even see the full set. But yeah, there's the also Tim Drake for being by. Yeah, yeah, there's the box. There's the side of the box. There's the name. There's Batman. But yeah, we're not here to look at a box. It's Two-Face. Let's get this open. I just had to heat up my food, but now we're good. Yeah, real. Also, Tim. Yeah, I already read that. The rain is crazy. Oh, is it raining? You might be able to hear my fan, which may sound like rain, but but it is actually a very clear day at the moment. It's just a little cold. Oh my god, Marina! Marina's here on time! This is unprecedented. Oh god, okay. Also, shout out to Lego doing paper bags now. It sounds like it's raining on your end. Oh. I regret to inform that is just because I have my fan on. But yeah, we got some stickers. We got some instructions. Gotta love kids products made out of adult movies. Yeah. But I mean it's Batman. Alright, but we're getting the first bag open now. We're just jumping right into it. Oh, excuse me. I've got AV Unit 1. You could not see, but she's in the background there. That was from last week. I had a lot of fun with that last stream last week. I think we did really well. You know who else is Batman? Me? You're Batman? Dude. However, it's raining kind of crazy in my neck of the woods. Damn. I love the rain. The rain's such a chill vibe. I'm hoping I can, like, embody that aesthetic, like, when I do more mainline content instead of just streams. Because I tried to do that with the Skybite review, and I got some relatively positive feedback about it, so that's the vibe I want to be giving with my content. Yeah, I can prove it. Justice, vengeance. You sound just like him. But yeah, it begins. I gotta every time I like change my setup slightly, I've got to like reallocate where my hands need to be. Playing Black Legs. We're building the Batman. We're building Cassie. Okay. That's a pretty decent torso print. It's kind of annoying that a lot of modern Marvel and DC minifigs seem to be allergic to any armored leg printing. But I'm happy with that. Darkness, no parents, whoa, oh my gosh. Are there multiple Batmen here? Also, what is this? What is this face print? That doesn't... That's not Patrick Bateman. That's a man. That's like... Yeah, that's like not him at all. But... And then they've got this cowl sculpt, which I'm not sure how I feel about it. I do like that it has, like, the dual molded white eyes, though. I think that's really good, instead of having the, like, weird headband that, that most Batman minifigs had before this. I don't think it fits with the Nolan Batman very much. I might just swap that for like one of the older Batman cowls, but I think I like it in theory. But that's Batman. Yeah, that's just White Man face print number 47. Yeah. But we begin. I believe we're building the bat signal first up. Interesting. It fits for Reeves Batman? Yeah, I can see that. That's one thing. If we're gonna start, it's for the Snyder Batman now. Actually, yeah, that's what it kind of looks like. I think it's just because it's so like it's a very thick mold. So it does kind of look like the armored Batman from BBS. But while we're starting with... We might as well start with Batman takes. Batman needs white eyes. At least for, like, some of it. I think I'm going to need to move my PNG if I can. Never mind. I don't think I can. I just have to be careful. Though I like the custom head molds people make for roofs. Yeah. When I saw that trailer, I laughed so hard at Lego Batman going, "Do you bleed?" Oh no. Already built something wrong. We're off to a great start, Gary. I think he should. Like, there was a fan-made version of the Batman where he has these optics that replicate the white eyes for scanning stuff. That or contacts. Yeah, no, that's like because in like the Batman they established that he has those detective vision contact lenses. I think a good compromise. Because I don't know why they do it. Like first off for like realism, but like second off just for like having like being able to emote through the cowl. I think is good, just like having like your full eyes being exposed, but I think a good compromise is like, and this isn't my original take, like other people have said this, but it's like having the eyes turn white for like if he's like going detective mode or like in combat, like as a thing that like turns on and off, kind of like how like some Ninja Turtle stuff does it. My hot take is that the grey and blue suit is like top 3. I'm mad that we still have not gotten a live action grey and blue. They're so afraid. Yeah, it makes him look much scarier, and also having less recognizable eyes is good for Bruce. Yeah, and also just like generally like the thing that made me realize that white eyes are like they do so much for like a cowl design is with like Wolverine, because I was iffy on like when the original pictures of Deadpool and Wolverine showed up where he had the suit. I was like, whatever. But then when he had the cowl with the white eyes, I was like, why does this look so cool? Like, why is this really, like, appealing to me? And it is literally just because of the white eyes doing so much to, like, bolster a design. They lean to make Spidey emote with just eyes. They need to let Batman's eyebrow line do the same with the... Yeah, that's fair as well. I could see Gunn's Batman having the blue and grey. Yeah, I think so too. Especially if, like, they're going with the Brave and the Bold. It sounds like they're going to have, like, more of a Bat family type thing with Damian. So it seems like they would have, like, a Batman who's, like, a bit less, like, vengeance type deal. So I think it would be perfect for that. Because I think, yeah, like, Gunn knows that people want the blue and grey. And also, some of the best Batman media has had, like, the blue and grey suit. I mean, mostly the animated series, but still. Yeah, that's the bat signal. Yeah, I need to watch more of Brave and the Bold. I remember loving it as a kid. And then... But yeah, it just hasn't been something I've really seen. But I just love how silly, like, not silly making fun of it, but as in silly just, like, perfectly capturing, like, that kind of tone of, like, comic Batman. Also, I love that yeah, because isn't he the same voice in Harley Quinn? They have the Brave and the Bold voice. I know he also plays Mandroid in Transformers Earthspark, and I visibly pogged when I heard him. Yeah, we're starting the build on the actual Tumbler itself. One thing I'll give the Batman is he finally... Yeah, I really like that it's a detective. Because I really like that kind of structure for, like, a Batman story. I like it being, like, sort of a... almost kind of Holmes, like... I think that's a really good idea for, like, a Batman adaptation. Which, like, other media have done, but I haven't really seen in the movies of, like... This is the case. Like... Each new movie is just, like, a new, like, case. Kind of. I don't know if they're keeping the Blue Beetle the same, but I'd like to see him return. I would too. I need to watch Blue Beetle. I haven't seen it, but what I've heard is that it's pretty decent. It's just that nobody saw it. Which kind of sucks, but I hope it'd be good to see if they could, like, kind of have that part of the new universe. Yeah, also Marina correcting in chat, thank you. I didn't even see that message before, but yeah. Lesbian Cacodemon. In terms of Batman voices, one thing that kind of makes me really sad that we never got was, because I saw a clip of, I think it was from some sort of, like, documentary or something, but then it had, it was just a short thing of Adam West as, voicing Batman in The Dark Knight Returns. And it sounded perfect. It makes me a little bit sad that like we never got to see more of that kind of performance for Adam West, because I think honestly that would be a perfect voice for that era of Bruce. Ron Perlman was Clayface? I didn't know that. Power is primal after all. But yeah, I'm very excited for Clayface. I love how, like, they're not just doing the, like, oh yeah, do a Superman movie and then a Wonder Woman movie and then the Flash. Like, the pulls that they're doing for this new universe are, like, obviously you have, like, your Superman and your Batman or whatever, but, like, Supergirl, Green Lantern, who is quite unpopular mostly because of the movie. And then you have Clayface. Just a Clayface spin-off movie. We're so back. I don't want to call it early, but I think we might be so back. Have any of you watched Batman Cape Crusader? No, I have not seen it yet. That's the one with Jensen Ackles as Batman, right? Or am I thinking of something else? We did see Clayface in Creature Commando. I need to watch Creature Commandos. I heard that he's in it very briefly, but that's my boy. I love that guy. I will say it again. Blue Beetle / Booster Gold movie. Yes. Was that on the? That was on the slate, right? I heard something about Booster Gold, on like when they were like unveiling like their current thing. God. As someone who has been as someone who has been a DC movie like defender for like the past few years, it's been really good to see that people are excited about DC again. And not like a defender, because it's like, I don't know, like I think I respect Snyder, especially after what he went through in with Justice League and everything, because that was horrible. Like how the studio treated him and everything, but I don't like the Snyderverse. I'm glad that we've moved on to better things. But honestly, like a lot of those like late stage where they were kind of just like everything was kind of, it was all like the continuity was kind of just like they were just doing their own thing. Those are some of my favorite movies from DC. Like Birds of Prey, I think, is a very underrated or underappreciated movie. Because I really enjoyed that. Like, obviously, I think it was maybe mismarketed. Like, it should have just been called like a Harley Quinn spin-off, because that's basically what it was. But I really like that movie. I don't think it gets nearly enough love. And like that era of DC was just so much more interesting, because this is when Marvel started kind of dropping off for me. But this is when DC, it was less focused on like the continuity, and it was more focused on like, this is just a random movie that's kind of vaguely takes place here. And I feel like you can kind of tell that with a lot of the later entries, where they're just like, they feel a lot more standalone and a lot more like director driven too. Oh yeah, Cassandra Cain. Yeah, that should have just been that was just not Cassandra Cain. Like literally the two things I would do to fix that movie for me is change the name to Harley Quinn, and then just like keep Cassandra's role the same, but just like have it be a different character. Like, I don't know, you could do Stephanie, you could do Harper Row, you could do so many other characters. Yeah, and then yeah, the Suicide Squad. That movie fucking rules. I don't know if it's half an hour, I don't care. Another Batman take. Another Batman is that Terry McGinnis is the only good legacy Batman mantle folder. I think I agree for the most part. I think Terry is a really good successor. And I think Dick Grayson has good Batman stories as him picking up the mantle. I think those are really good. Especially his dynamic with Damian. I will say, I don't think he should be Batman, because the whole thing is that he doesn't want to be Batman. He doesn't want to be in Bruce's shadow. So I think that could only be temporary. But I don't think Jason could do it, for obvious reasons. I usually lean towards like I think Terry like very far into the future should pick it up. But if anyone else like in the near future was going to have to be the new Batman, I don't think it should be Damian, because I feel like it's kind of cheap to have his literal son just be Batman. I usually lean towards like Tim, either Tim or like Cassandra Cain. I think those two are probably the best picks, because Cassandra Cain like understands what Batman is. Like I think she like, it's hard to explain, but like I think she would be a good pick. And I think Tim as well. I think one weird thing that I've seen is that Tim, like, in theory, would be the perfect Batman successor. So it feels like every time they've teased the idea, they haven't wanted Tim to be the perfect successor. So they've kind of just started gaslighting people into saying that every future reality where Tim becomes Batman, he's actually really evil and bad. Yeah, like, I mean, like, I think, like, in a sort of in-between point of, like, post-Bruce but before Terry, I think it's either gonna be, like, Cassandra or Tim. Tim is the success after the fail. Well, the thing with Tim is, he is, like... And obviously, Tim Drake is my favorite, so I'm gonna have a bit of bias, but, like, he is basically the perfect, like, Robin. He wasn't, like, picked up by Bruce. He actively, like, I think he was the best Robin that really showed what Robin does for Batman. And, like, why Batman would, like, need to have that dynamic with Robin. Because he was the one, because he went to Bruce, he was like, first off, I know who you are. Second off, I know who Robin was, and I know that he's not there anymore. Like, he's like the natural detective. I just think he would be really good, like, even if he doesn't literally be Batman, but I think he just, like, is hilariously... It's the Joker, by the way. We have the Joker. Speaking of Robin. Yeah, he's pretty cool. I think the face print is really well done. But yeah, it's good to have a Heath Ledger Joker minifigure, because I don't have one. But yeah. I'd love to see Lucius Fox's son as a member of the Bat family. Yeah, I feel like the Bat family is a pretty wide net. I think he is. He's just in sort of like the kind of like, he's not one of the main members of the Bat family. Is that the one who jonkles? Hello, Shiog. It indeed is the one who jongles. Where's the pipe to beat Jason with? Man. First off, it's a crowbar. It wasn't even a pipe. Yeah, I know about your take about Jason. It's the rare Marina L is that you don't care about the Robins that much. I have mixed feelings about the Bat family, because I think Batman himself is so much more interesting, and like I very much prefer reading his stories and everything when he has like has Robin or has Batgirl or like just someone to like bounce off of. I think it's nice for him to be the Mr. Terrific of the Bat family. Lucius tends to die in a couple stories, so it'll work. Yeah. I would love to see more of that. I think part of why people are sick of Batman though is just that anytime Batman is adapted, it's only ever Batman. Like sometimes we get a good dynamic with Jim. Usually it's Batman and sometimes Jim Gordon. Like we barely see Robin or like Nightwing or anyone. And I think part of that's why there's so much Joker burnout is part of it is because he isn't funny anymore. And part of it is because Batman or because like it's less I think it's less the oversaturation of the character and it's more the lack of supplement from other parts of the universe that make those characters great. Like, people are sick of Batman because we don't get to see his dynamic with other characters. And people are sick of the Joker because we don't see other Batman villains, we only ever see the Joker. Like, it's just, like, the oversaturation of this one character is just caused by, like, them not wanting to have them bounce off of anyone else. Like, that's why Gotham's, like, unofficial Joker was so good, because it was, like, first off, it was a really good performance. Second, like, he got to bounce off of, like, other villains. It wasn't just him and Batman, or him and Bruce. There's a run where Batman's It Would Be Easier to Kill thoughts appeared as a Golden Age Batman in Zero and R colors. And it did the Jason Todd problem in a story better than any Jason Todd comic. Yeah, I don't know. I'm mixed on Jason, because I love Jason as a character. I really love his story. I love that they took this random Robin that nobody liked and they turned him into something else. I think he is a really good... I think he's a really good case study for everything that is great and everything that is kind of sucky about the comics medium. Because the fact that he exists, like the fact that Red Hood exists, is the perfect case for why comics rule. But also, like, the way Jason is, one, mischaracterized, and two, can never have, like, a definitive point against Batman, just by nature of the comics will keep going until the end of time, and there will never be a definitive ending or changing point that will stick, kind of disservices him. Like, I feel like he is kind of resorted to the asshole Robin that died and then came back and started killing people, which is not what Jason is. It's much more complicated than that. And I think, like, part of that is just, like, post New 52, he just became the Robin who is Punisher. Because that's what so many people forget. It's one of my least favorite things of Titans. Is how, like, Jason Todd is so often miscategorized as the asshole Robin. Where he wasn't. Like, he was just a kid. Like, everyone's like, yeah, he was always so mean. He was just, like, he kind of had a rough background, but he was still, like, he was smart. He was still, like, a good kid. The New 52 was a hot mess, in my opinion. Yeah. But yeah, I think Jason Todd is is a thing that I've had with a lot of. It's why you see so many of the. Why doesn't he just kill the Joker? Why doesn't he just use his money to help poor people instead of beating them up? And part of that is just because with a comic, you can never definitively end a story. I think Mr. Freeze is a good example of that. Like, when you're able to tell a definitive beginning, middle, and end with Mr. Free with like a character and just show like you can have them like rehabilitated or have a definitive change and then that's just where the story's done. But with comics a lot of the time you aren't really granted that. Which is fine. But also like it can kind of be a problem. Like with characters like Jason Todd as well, where eventually they devolve into the anti-hero Robin instead of this compelling character who actually had a pretty good case against Batman. Not only because he died on Bruce's watch, but also just because like he was actually trying to make more permanent change. Like it wasn't just like I'm gonna kill them and then they won't ever hurt anyone again. It was like yeah, I don't know. Part of it is just because I grew up with the Under the Red Hood movie, so I find that whole conversation at the end of the movie is maybe one of my favorite scenes in like Batman media. I want to say like, but also I think just that whole scene like I think exemplifies the dynamic between Batman and Red Hood really well. I think it establishes both of their motivations perfectly. Um, like I'm not sure if I like the if I start killing people I'll never stop and I'll be evil, but I think the point of Batman not killing is because killing is bad and Bruce loves life and he doesn't want anyone to go through what he went through. Like that's the whole point. I think I like it being presented as ambiguous. Like I think it's kind of I don't know. In terms of like Batman and Bruce and Jason's like thoughts on killing. I don't think Jason should ever be titled as correct, but I don't think he should be entirely wrong. Like I think in terms of like killing, that's understandable, but I think like he should have like some like be able to have an argument. My problem is that they insert Jason into runs or continuities where that kill question debate isn't relevant, but because Jason shows up, they have to do that song and dance. Yeah. Again, yeah, I think I like the idea of... I like the idea of... I think I... I'm just saying the same thing again. Like, Jason is a really compelling character. But also, like, I think he's also just done wrong a lot. And I do think, like a movie or a show or something it's kind of really frustrating that Jason hasn't really been done properly in any kind of media outside of the Under the Red Hood movie. Because I think that is where, like, that dynamic would truly work. Where'd that go? Sometimes it startles me when I see your hands because I expect them to be Lego Clayface hands. Also, obviously, I like Teen Titans Robin. I have eyes and thoughts. Yeah. I think it's annoying that because my two favorites are Jason and Tim. And I think both of them have been hilariously underserved by media. I mean, you could argue that for Damien as well, because people hate Damien because no media has really been able to convey his, like, changing character very well. Like, everyone thinks he's annoying and a bit of an asshole, but it's like, that's the point. It's like, he was trained to be like he was trained by the League of Assassins. Wait, there's a good building cam now? It's the same building cam, it's just moved. I'm trying different angles, but also, my roommate, is planning on, rearranging the garage into, like, a bit of, like, a workshop space. And she said I could potentially, use that space occasionally for building streams and stuff like that when that's set up. So, that might be good. I have to build... This is mirrored. Oh, damn it. Okay. My favorite Damien is actually from the TMNT crossover because he's just a silly brat. Also, peak Batgirl in that film. Yeah. I need to watch that movie. I have it on DVD. I've been meaning to watch it because I've heard it's good. And also Ninja Turtles and Batman. It's like, what am I gonna do? Not watch that? Okay, genuinely, where did that piece go? Oh no. That's so annoying. Way to go. Oh. There we go. It was blending in with my carpet. Oh, I just dropped it again! I don't really buy Lego anymore, but I do have a shelf of my mostly D&D X-Men. Yeah. Yeah, I've kind of fallen off of Lego, I think, just because of the cost, and also that, like, at least, like, the Marvel and DC's, like, the Marvel and DC sets kind of suck now. Did I reveal my chin? Oh no. This is a puppet. This is a puppet I'm puppeteering. Oh, speaking of the puppet, does anyone want to talk about Five Nights at Freddy's 2? I'm more into TF figures and Blokees. Yeah, the fact that, like, Lego makes Transformers seem more affordable is kind of harrowing, honestly. And the fact that all that Lego wants to do with DC is just make Batmobiles, is really frustrating. Like, Lego Marvel, you get Spider-Man in a random vehicle. I kind of want the Venom car because it's a Venom car. But it's usually like Spider-Man in a random vehicle, mechs, or like the same scene from Avengers Endgame nearly like nearly 6 years later. For like a disgusting amount of money. Or with Lego Batman, you get Batman chasing the Joker in either a car or a plane. Like, remember when we used to just get, like, remember when we got just a Blue Beetle minifigure? Just in a set. Like, remember when there was a set with Superman and Krypto fighting Lobo? Why could we never get that again? Like, even the actor for Superman in the new movie is like, please make me a Lego. Like, why is Fortnite the only way we're getting new Marvel and DC minifigures that we've wanted? Why is Lego Fortnite the only way we have a Lego Mr. Terrific? Like, I think... Because it used to be, like, even with movies, like, with Suicide Squad, you would have the, like, characters of that movie in minifigure form. Like, it would be, like, more comic-inspired, whatever. But you'd still get those minifigures just trickled out in sets. Like, not as official tie-ins, but at least you'd, like, get them as, like... They'd be, like, in sets in some form. Now, we don't even get that anymore. Probably will go in on that Spider-Verse blind box. Yeah, probably the same. It's not too pressing, because, like... Honestly, I've found, like, unofficial minifigures of most of the characters I wanted from Spider-Verse, but... Yeah. Ninjago sets are always, like, a car, a temple, a dragon, and a mech. But at least with Ninjago, at least you get, like... At least you get a pretty good build, usually, unless it's, like, a more gimmicky set, which is fine. But at least you get a pretty good build. You get a pretty... You usually have a really good minifigure selection. And, like, they're not... And you could get them... You could usually get them for a relatively decent price. But with a lot of the licensed stuff, it's either really expensive or really bad and also expensive. Run to bag 3. Also, Lego Minecraft is great. I always try to get those. They're super affordable and cute. Yeah, they're good. I think as a kid who always wanted like a big like Lego city display, I always appreciated the Lego Minecraft sets for like mostly being based on just like random bits of terrain. Space Police and Power Miners will always go to bat, yeah. I like barely missed both of those lines and it kind of makes me sad. Oh, that's... Come on. You couldn't even, like, have the printing... You couldn't even have, like, the printing go down to the other side of the leg? That's kind of annoying. The rest of this minifigure is really good, though. Like, the new, like, half-burnt hair and, like, the face sculpt and everything... Oh, not the sculpt, but the face print is... Like, this is all really well done. It's just really annoying that it can't continue down to the leg. But yeah, I like that. I like that figure. It's just... Ugh. I'm so sick of not having leg printing. Galaxy Squad or Nexo Knights. I really like the problem with a lot of Lego is that like the ones I remember as a kid I couldn't collect either because I was too young or because I didn't have any money and I wanted to get Ninjago or like the licensed stuff instead. Oh wait, no, these are on the wrong piece. Lego Atlantis. Yeah, I'm sure this is the. I'm sure like most of you guys have probably seen it, but I used to binge the like Lego Rewind series on YouTube. Just where they go into like the entire like history of a Lego theme. That stuff was always super fun. Those videos. Hero Factory. Yeah, Nick on Planet Ripple. Yeah, no, I love those videos. Hero Factory gets a lot of flack for not being Bionicle, but it's really fun if you take it on its own merit. I think I have a lot of appreciation for Hero Factory, and part of it is because I got into Bionicle right after Bionicle Stars had ended. So I entirely missed Bionicle. I like watched the movies, but I was like I couldn't collect any of the sets. But Hero Factory was there. I got really into Hero Factory. I was kind of on and off. But no, yeah, I really like Hero Factory. It sucks because it felt like they were setting up like over the years like an overarching plot that just didn't happen. One part of Hero Factory that I think is really underrated was the last line they did where they were like really downscaled they were like little downscaled figures and then they had like big mechs and kaijus as playsets. Because I always thought that was really cool. I wasn't able to get any of them, but I always appreciated that. It was kind of a last hurrah, which kind of sucked, but I thought it was a really cool idea. Lego Mixels is incredible for the joint pieces because it get... Yeah, I forget how many like new pieces that are like standard now were just from Mixels. I don't think Mixels gets enough credit. Like, I didn't collect Mixels very much, but I thought they were fun. And just by the sheer amount of like new pieces that they made specifically for Mixels that are now just like commonplace. I should have this the other way around. Okay. Mr. Mixel Spitalik. Yeah. Also, I don't know if it even needs to be said, but I fuck heavy with Lego Soundwave. I think that might be that. It looks like it's gonna be the best Lego Transformer so far. Where are the pieces? There we go. Plus stud. Gilbert Godfrey. Yeah. Rest in peace, Gilbert Godfrey. He would have made he was the perfect Mr. Spidlick voice. Yeah, Lego Soundwave is very cool. It's annoying that it's like really expensive, but I mean that's kind of just Lego. But he looks really great. The fact that he has so many features, like just by nature of having the cassettes, but then he also has like the lights and sound chip and everything. Like it feels like you're at least getting something like equivalent to the price. Which cannot be said for a lot of licensed Lego stuff. I've decided I'm painting my own classic Soundwave for the Miku one they teased me with. Yeah, I'm still a little mad. Like, good job and everything. Like, that custom looks really good. I hate that it's not real and that I can't own it. I will have to do it myself. Psst. Oh, I don't like thinking about it. I want a Miku wave. And honestly, like, I wanted to get, like, if they made a Miku wave for the Action Edition, because I was like, I already have a good Soundwave, and we're gonna get a good one next year. Like, I don't really need the Soundwave kit, but if they make a Miku one, it's instant. But then it wasn't real. It was a custom. I want any good Soundwave at this point, lol. Yeah, I mean, Earthspark I've heard is really good. I'm buying, Lai got a second one, so that, to send to me, so I will have Earthspark Soundwave soon. I'm really excited. The Earthrise mold, I don't know about it. I'm iffy on it. I think I like the Shattered Glass one, but I think that's just the colors, and I'm really scared that it's gonna get really badly yellowed eventually. But I got that one for my birthday last year. But yeah, as someone who has unintentionally bought the Earthrise Soundwave mold like 3 times, I think it does need an upgrade. I think it's solid. It's pretty good. But it does need like a significant upgrade, I think. Just because like it kind of falters on how it is it falters on being a retool of the Siege mold, where it's not really able to like fully commit to having a fully integrated boombox mode. Please watch K-pop Demon Hunters. It's so peak. I was going to watch it with my friends, and then I got really tired. I went to bed instead. But hopefully we're doing that next week, I think. Just slice off the siege kibble. I don't want to. I don't like the mold enough to like to do that custom to it. Like, I'm not beyond doing like that kind of thing. And I have thought about it. But also, like, we're getting a new one next year. I'm just gonna wait. Hi Annie, how we going? Just bought Wasp? Oh, do you mean the animated one? Yeah, he rules. I love that one. I don't know who my favorite of the new wave is. For Age of the Primes. There's a lot of bangers, honestly. I don't have any Soundwave, but that's okay. Yeah. I have a few Soundwave. No matter how cheeks Netflix Soundwave is, I will never replace him in his wobbly knees. I don't have the issue with my knees because I have the I got the Legacy one, I got the Dramatic Capture one, and the Shattered Glass one. I don't think any of them have real issues with their knees. Mine have issues with their hips, where he's kind of locked in an A stance, which kind of sucks. I'm happy with my Siege Sound Blaster, but Sound Wave needs a new mold. Yeah. And I don't have a Sound Blaster, so I would appreciate a new Sound Blaster too. Just a repaint. I think that would be easy. I think the main reason that they haven't repainted the Netflix Soundwave into Sound Blaster is because they're waiting for the new mold, which is understandable. He can't stand up. That's annoying. I haven't watched Cable Demon Hunters, but I have watched Knives Out movies and game binged the Ace Attorney series, except Greatest Attorneys. Yeah, I think those are good options. I still need to watch Knives Out, all of them. I just haven't had a chance. That's me with a lot of movies. I'm hoping that I can fix that. I need to like rope my friends into watching more movies with me so that I have more motivation to do it. Make a new Shockwave and my life is yours. I'm honestly fully content with my with the Siege. With I got the Dramatic Capture one that didn't include like the armor, which kind of sucks. But I'm fully content with that Shockwave. I don't think there's much you would need to do to like improve that mold. I think he's good. Like, Shockwave is kind of covered, at least for me. I'm always... Oh, I'm assuming you meant down. Just DM me, I'm usually free. You know, I might have to take you up on that. My Siege one broke years ago. He fell down the stairs and he costs millions now. Yeah, the fact that it's cheaper to get the Dramatic Capture pack than it is to get one Siege Shockwave is kind of upsetting. I think they need to like do a... Well, because aren't they making an 86 Shockwave? I wouldn't be shocked if that's just a reissue of the Siege mold. Like, did they say it's a Voyager? I don't know. I don't remember the listings, but I'm pretty sure they are making a new Shockwave. either as a reissue or like a probably just a repaint, I can imagine. I mean, you could always get the comic edition one. I want the comic edition one. I'm waiting until they give us an Action Master Shockwave, personally. Someone has to. I'm waiting for my little Action Master capsule. We got one for G2 and Toxitron. Action Master deserves it. Make it like... We've got the comic... We had the comic capsule. We've had the G2 capsule. Action Masters with, like, Banzaitron as, like, or, like, one of the random OCs as, like, the main guy. It's right there. I want pink hot rods so badly. Yeah. Honestly, and I only know about this because of friend Tim. In the comics, I think it's G2, they have the, like, fully, like, purple hot rod. And now there's something I need, because, like, I have the retro reissue hot rod, who is very pink. And the 86 one is, like, pink enough that I can be content with it. But I need a purple. I need an Orpal. I don't know what it is. He just looks so much... He looks so much striking as, like, a... In, like, the pinky... Like, the pink apple red. '86 is red to me. Yeah, I think it's a magenta-y red, so I'm able to just, like... I'm able to cope. Also, this build is coming together really well so far. Gotta say. Also, I remember when, does anyone remember when these, like, ingot pieces were, like... Maybe it's just because I didn't have many sets as a kid. But I remember when these pieces were, like, rare. Or, like, I always wanted one, and now they're, like, they're used for, like, greeble detail, like, all the time. Oh, whoops. Sorry, we were talking about Knives Out, and I'm thinking about the, that one rap battle. But yeah, I've never had a Lego Tumbler, so this is really cool. Like, I know it's not as good as the other one, and I kind of want the other one just so I can have a Nolan Scarecrow, but also Nolan Scarecrow is kind of mid. But this is coming together really well, I think. And I like the scale, I think. It's not too small, but it's not too big. Cassie, what are you doing? Cassie, what is this? Is this... Are you supposed... Is that, like, the song? Somebody stop me, I kicked the way... On to the final bag. Lego Rock Tumbler. Oh, it is the Rock Tumbler. And the hierarchy of the DC universe is about to change. Hold on, this build looks peak. Yeah, it's pretty good. I like a lot of the building techniques. I have on order my Lego Tumbler call-out pose. I have on order the Batman the Animated Series Batmobile. That's a set I'm really excited for. I really want... I don't have a Mr. Freeze, so that will cover that. And I don't have a classic Harley either. But also just like that Batmobile looks so good. Like, yeah, it's blue or whatever, but like, I really like it. It's just so sleek. And it's not just the Tim Burton one either, which is what a lot of the Lego Batmobiles are. One set that I really regret missing, though, is the Adam West Batmobile. I honestly think more Batmobiles should have, like, the red trim. It looks so good. If they do a Batman Beyond Batmobile, I will shill out. Yes. I'm shocked that they haven't, honestly. I haven't seen much of Batman Beyond, but I did watch the Return of the Joker movie. And I have avoided that one comic like the plague. But yeah, I appreciate Terry, and I think he doesn't get enough love. I'm forever sad at that one pitched Batman Beyond movie that was rejected somehow. Which just fully confirms my theory that Warner Brothers actually hates having money. Adam West Batmobile is one of my favorite Batmobile designs. Yeah. Honestly, I really appreciate it. And a lot of it is, for me, that red trim. It just makes the colors so striking. Yeah, that's the roof. I like that roof shape. I don't even know if that's real, but it's really funny regardless. Also, yes, I would love to watch Batman Beyond sometime. Imagine banging a guy and he turns into Batman. Every supermodel from Gotham. Oh, wait. Oh, some of these have axles and some of them have the pins. Okay, this one is mirrored, so I'm gonna make sure I try and build both. We're building the sides of this piece, I think. I want to stage a heist. I want to stage a heist so I can find the Batgirl movie. And there's a Scooby-Doo movie as well. I want to stage a heist, and I want to find those movies, and I want to watch them. I want them to see the light of day. I'm still mad I'm still mad that they were turned into fucking tax write-offs. I hate Warner Brothers so much. Start pounding, Joker. Hasbro, give us a new Death Charge and Rampage. Give us the rest of the Beast Wars. I want all of them. I'm not stopping at Depth Charge. I want the Transmetals. I want Cryotech. I want all of the random like freak shows that weren't even in the show. I want all of the Japanese Beast Wars cast. I will not be satisfied until I have them all. But yes, Rampage and Death Charge. I know we're getting Quick Strike. Quick Strike's been leaked, so I'm happy with Quick Strike. So I can at least, I just, at minimum, I want to be able to complete the season, like the original showcast. But ideally I want updates of like at least all, like most of them. And I think part of why we haven't is because Takara is a bit anti Transmetals just because they didn't really sell well at the time, but come on. I think I've been really good. I think I've been really good, and I think I deserve a little treat. And that treat should be Beast Wars updates. All of them. Oh, hello, Cliff. Welcome. We're nearly finished. Oh god. But yeah. Ooh. You can't really see it because it's all black and this camera's kind of mid, but Takara's anti-trans metals. Oh man. Oh, and then it has the little. Yeah, I mean, this might not be the best time to bring it up, but I don't really like the Tumbler very much as a as a Batmobile. I think it's iconic, and I kind of want it. I wanted it like just as like an iconic movie vehicle, but as a Batmobile, it just doesn't have the sauce, you know. I very much prefer the like. I like how the Batman did it as just like a very souped up car. I deserve a little treat of Kwaky going, oh no! Oh no! The Bat Cycle, that's one thing I do like about the Tumbler is how the Bat Pod is able to deploy out of the Batmobile. I do like that. I kind of I think my dream Lego Tumbler would be one that is somehow able to do that. The Tumbler works for me as a specialty vehicle that, yeah, for specific situations. Yeah, I can see it for that. But not as his, like, main car. I am partial to the one in the Dark Knight Rises. I forgot what it's called, but, like, I think it's just called the Batwing. Like, I think this kind of shaping works more as, like, an aircraft than it does as a, as, like, his main car. I don't know where'd it go. A piece broke off. Oh, there it is. I think the Benson Batmobile is my favorite. It's up there for me. Like, I think I'll always love the more Burton style shaping for a Batmobile. But I really appreciate that it is just a very, like, souped up car. Was barely in the movie. Yeah, I think it was barely in the movie, but it got to shine for when it was in the movie. Like, it was a standout scene in that movie. But also I have a weakness for muscle cars. Yeah. That's fair. It got all the time it really needed, yeah. And just the scene where it is booting up is just so good. But yeah, we are officially, with that, we are done with this build. So there is the new Lego Tumbler all built up. I don't know how well you can see that. Let's see if there's a way to get it lit well so you can see more of the details. And then we've got Batman, Jonkler, and Harvey. It's a bit too grounded for my tastes. I don't know. I think like as a proto, I think they could iterate on it and like make it like a bit of a like more of a classic looking Batmobile. That would be so cool if I could see it. I'm sorry. It's why it. I guess this shows how well it works as like a stealthy. As a stealthy vehicle. Also, I don't know how I feel about the molded capes. I don't think I like them very much. But yeah, it's a relatively smaller build, and I've built enough Lego that it's kind of second nature. So yeah. But yeah, that was pretty fast. Yeah, I mean it's a relatively smaller set too. You can have a look in the No, you cannot see anything in there. Never mind. Yeah, molded capes. Not a fan. Not a fan at all. Is it? Okay, at least I like that it's molded in a way that you can have him still sitting. But also, a really good workaround is to not have a molded cape that would hypothetically impact his ability to sit in the car. Like, I think in theory you could have a whole other seat in there, but it's just taken up by the cape. Luckily, I have enough Batman sets that I can just, like, swap out the cape. I can swap out most of the parts I don't like. But just generally, like, as a standalone thing, that's kind of annoying. Another annoying thing is the brown axles. Like, there's nothing that covers that. I think if they went with, like, at least, like, a gold or, like, a gray or a black, that would have entirely not been an issue. But those are the main issues I have. Other than that, I'm pretty okay. Like, I think the minifigures, I like having these characters as minifigures. I think they could have been improved with just some more printing. You can especially notice it with Two-Face, just because he doesn't have any, like... Because I'm pretty sure on the original, in the movie, like, his burns went all the way down. Molded capes is a weird choice. Rust. Yeah, the axles do look unfinished, but it's honestly it's more of a minor annoyance than anything. Like, it does not make or break the set for me. It is just a bit annoying. They could have used some kind of cover. Yeah, like, they could have done a lot of things. Like, I don't know why. Two-Face didn't do shit in that movie. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen that movie in a while, so I don't know how my tastes have kind of changed, but I still think The Dark Knight is good. I don't think it's the best Batman movie, or even just, like, the best, like, take on Batman, but but yeah, we could do mouthfeel test. Sorry, I was just reading something real quick. I mean, kind of. I think it's just too big. I guess you can kind of nuzzle your lips on the thing, in, like, the windshield. I don't think it's a good movie at all. I think it's flawed. I think it's overhyped. But I don't think it's a bad movie. I still enjoy it. At least I think so. There are definitely better movies that really exemplify better depictions of almost all those characters, but I still think it's a pretty decent film. I think part of it is, like, I think part of it with a lot of things is, like, when things are, like, what it can be argued as overhyped, I think there is a compulsion to bounce back from that, like, even heavier and say, like, it's trash, it's overhyped, and I try not to fall into that. Like, I've delved into it. I've dipped my little toesy woesies into that kind of thing. But I think that's part of the perpetual, like, Transformers Prime debate, is that it's glazed so heavily so that people who, like, don't like it as much feel like they need to go, like, nah, it's actually trash, it's overrated, it sucks. Where it's like, Prime is good. It's just not the best Transformers media ever. Throw it at a brick wall, ruined the resale value. I better test the QC on this Lego set. Yeah, let's move back to the chatting cam. But yeah, TFP is just fine. Yeah, I think it's good. I think when people were like outwardly going like, I don't think Transformers Prime is as good as people say. I was kind of like, oh yeah, like I've kind of fallen off of it because like I had watched Animated and Beast Wars and other shows between then. And then I rewatched it and I was like, no, this is good. It's just that there are better things that have come before and after that resonate with me more. I've been drawing the Space Police aliens the whole time. That's awesome. Honestly, I think some of my designs are probably inspired by some of those older LEGO themes. Like the, I forgot what it's called. I think it was the Life on Mars theme. But honestly, like a lot of like LEGO stuff. A lot of LEGO stuff, especially like the like cancelled or short-lived themes, really like interest me. Like I think some of that stuff just naturally like appeals into my design. TFA is more interesting to look at than TFP, so that alone makes me like it more. Well, funny thing about Transformers Animated. I don't know if anyone's seen, but there's some pretty interesting stuff. It's nothing special, but it appealed specifically to me. I think in the Comic-Con reveals. I gotta like get my keyboard back. This is based off the tick. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't wanna get into too many like debates or anything. Wave 1 for Age of the Primes got revealed? Yo! Oh, for next year. I thought you just meant like, dude, they revealed Superion as the next combiner. It seems like Derek J. White's style is massively divided, but for me, yeah, I think it doesn't work for every character. I think it works for Animated as its own thing. I also really like the take of younger. I personally like Megatron and Optimus having that connection that breaks apart. Like I like how TF1 established their dynamic, but also I think Animated Optimus is probably my favorite characterization for Optimus. That and TF1 are my two favorite primes, I think, honestly. And like G1, because that was when Optimus was allowed to be fun. What TF stuff is in the rumors? I don't know if there was anything in the rumors. Like, I haven't seen any of the Age of the Prime stuff, but I know that we're finally getting some non-transforming figures for Animated, which I'm shocked has taken this long, because I feel like Animated is one of those series that is perfect for having stylized non-transforming figures or kits. But But yeah, we'll probably be winding down, I think, for the moment. But yeah, I'll be looking into those reveals and stuff like that soon as well. It'll be fun. But next week, I'll do the poll again. We're running low on options, I think. Until we get to the... Until we get into the... Turns into a squid ship? That's cool. Okay, I don't want any more spoilers, because I'm gonna go and look into it off stream. It's like 2 a.m. Yeah, no, you need to go to bed. But yeah, like... I still have the Lego Fortnite Battle Bus, which we'll be getting into soon enough, but I'll do the poll for the other ones, because I want to get them through first, because they'll probably be, like, some quick stream sort of build things. And, like, I don't think the builds are too important. Like, I like to think that it's mostly just an excuse for me to be able to yap live. But yeah. I hope everyone enjoyed, as always. And I will drop the poll for next week's thing, so you can vote on what you want to see being created next time. But yeah, I'm hungry. I need to have breakfast. But yeah, any closing thoughts? I'll keep it open for like a couple minutes. Remember to come again. Always come. I'll plug the... Have you thought about doing Gundam builds? I'm not into Gundam as much, which is the main reason I haven't gotten many Gunpla kits. But definitely, like, Gunpla adjacent. Like, I've built some of the Motoroids. Like, the Motoroid Voltron is, like, one of my favorite model kits. It might be my favorite, actually, just because of how well it plays. But yeah, maybe down the line, if I end up watching more Gundam stuff, I might get some of them. But yeah, it's not fully, like, on, like, as a planned thing. It might, if it happens, it happens. But definitely more of those style of model kits is on the cards. But yeah, I'll hopefully be here next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. And yeah. Bye.